What's up, boys and girls? Welcome back to House of Adam. Now, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Stefan. I am taking you through my journey of building a fashion brand. And so without further ado, let's get into it. Now, for those of you that have been following me for a minute, you know I've been going back and forth about the design process, building relationships, showing you a little bit of my everyday lifestyle and the circumstances that I face and how I go on through it. Well, in this episode, I want to go a little bit in more depth about design, specifically a couple of tips that you can use to start your process when it comes to that, or if you are limited in your artistic skills. And at the same time, I want to go a little bit more in depth and give you a couple of more tips about building relationships, going to meetups, finding these places, using the right platforms to and the right techniques to basically build your network.
Yeah.
Okay guys, so there is no one right way to start the design process, and so I decided to bring a good friend of mine from Germany. This guy has his own luxury brand. Him and his brother started about 3 years ago, same time period when I started mine. I met this guy through Secret Entourage, which is a platform for young entrepreneurs to connect and network with each other so they can support each other and get to the next level. And me and this guy have been together for the last 3 years. We never met each other in person, but we still talk to this day. And so with somebody who I always looked up to, he's got an amazing product, an amazing story. The link information is gonna be in the bio so you guys can check him out. But here's what he thinks. Lars, so tell me how you go about the design process when it comes to your brand.
Right. So basically, when we're around traveling, we gather input. We see what we like, experience, and all kinds of things that have an impression on us. And then we take a look at other brands as well. So what's trending in the market, what's hot, and we take that and combine it into a completely new product, innovating in what other brands do, but with our own touch to it. Really bring something new to the market, right? So as soon as we have that done, we have the final concept of the design. We go sketch it down. We go send it to our manufacturers. They eventually start putting it into 3D, and from there the whole sampling, prototyping, sampling, and production starts to the end where you have this beautiful product. Always handcrafted in Italy, always handcrafted in Europe. Which is amazing in terms of quality, and so that's pretty much the process from design to production to the final.
So like, you've been doing this now for 3 years, right? You've been going at it, maybe longer a little bit. But what is a couple of tips that you would give yourself when it comes to the design process, that like stuff you know now that you didn't know when you started?
Yeah, get educated on what is what, because as soon as you start speaking to the manufacturer, to the agent or whoever, make sure you know the lingo, like you know the words for, let's say, lining, upper, like the outside of the shoe is the upper, like, right? Then you have the vamp.
The terminology, I know it's very important.
Terminology, right? Make sure you know about that so that in production you don't have these delays just because you got to educate yourself at that time. So that's number one. Number two, always have a contract, but that's manufacturing rather than design. So in design, just go after your heart. Make sure that it's somewhat trendy, somewhat visually appealing, but go with your heart, go after your heart, and go with whatever the fuck you like, whatever makes you happy, where you say, okay, I want to wear it, and it's really gonna fit the purpose of my brand. Because at the end of the day, if you sell or you do not sell, that's not necessarily dependent on the product, it's dependent on your story and your marketing. And the story is a huge part of your marketing, so do whatever the fuck you want.
Hey man, I appreciate that. That was fine. To top off what Lars mentioned about design, I will give you a couple of resources that you guys can use to your benefit. One of them is a website called Makers Row. I have used this for a very, very long time. It's a great platform. We can find all sorts of information and courses about anything related to fashion. When it comes to design, one thing I want to mention, say you don't have the skill, or say you don't have the possibility to build the content because you don't have the equipment, or maybe you're not able to do a product photo shoot. I highly recommend Fiverr, which is a place where you can outsource any type of work, from building a website to getting product shoots done to, getting a logo done. You name it, they can do it. And one last a resource that I would mention is the website called Business of Fashion. Again, tremendous information, anything news related about fashion, technology, innovation, marketing, people. Again, they have it. Endless opportunities for you to learn and basically get knowledge in the field. Networking, to give you a couple of resources about networking. I started out with Secret Entourage, which is a platform when you can connect and network with entrepreneurs from all over the world. Definitely check it out. Highly recommend when it comes to going out there, Meetup. It's a great place to basically find events around your area and people that you can connect with. I also recommend Eventbrite. Similar thing. They got great parties, great events that you can attend and get to know people and build relationships. To close this vlog, I know I didn't do much this week in terms of going out there and meeting new people, but it's definitely gonna be more in the next one. What's up, guys? Thank you very much for checking my channel out. Now, if you like what you've seen, give a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.